Hello, everybody. My name is Joy Klahana. Super glad to be here with you today to kind of share something that you might have not have thought about, and that is to send New Year's cards. Kick off the year right with a New Year card. So I'm going to share with you how simple and easy that can be. But before I get started with that, a little bit about me. I live here in Greensburg, Pennsylvania with my husband, and super excited that to tell you, I've been using Send Out Cards since 2013. And I primarily, when I started using send out cards as a consumer and a customer, I just used it in my business. I was in the home party plan business and I would do demonstrations. And after I did my demo with my product, I would gather all the women up and together and I would take a picture, a group picture, and I would put that on the front of the card as their thank you card. You'd have thought that was more valuable than the free and half price products that they got. So it was really cool to do that. And I did that for years and years and years. I also used the system for, thank you, other thank yous and also invitations and that type of thing. Never really used it for my family. But I finally decided it was time to do my Christmas cards for my family using the system. You see, I was one of these people that was really hung up on handwriting them. And I wanted to do all that myself. I spent hours and hours putting together a letter, what my kids were doing, and that type of thing, and addressing them, stamping them, sending them out. And I spent a lot of time. Sent a lot of cards out. But I finally decided it was time to put pictures and use the system that we have. And so I did design this really cool 3-panel card, because you can do a 3-panel card. Each of my children were on there and pictures and what they were doing, what my husband and I were doing, and that type of thing. Designed this beautiful card, and decided who it was going to. Clicked one button and it went out to everybody. Now, when I went to send the cards, by the way, I will share with you that at that time, I didn't have enough cards in there. I was getting a monthly subscription on cards, and I didn't have enough, so I had to buy more in order to send those out. And that's okay, we can do that. And so I did that. But anyways, my cards went. Everybody loved them, by the way. However, come February, I happened to look at my account and I had hundreds more cards I could send that I had paid for somehow. And it's like, what did I do? Well, here, when I went to buy extra cards in December, I actually resubscribed. So I had 2 different subscriptions coming in, 2 different times of the month, and 2 different credit cards. So I hadn't caught it yet. So no big deal, because I knew I would use the cards. As a matter of fact, it was coming into the Easter Lenten season. And I decided for 40 days I was going to send 3 random cards a day. And I started with my database and I would go through and I would pick people out and send them a card to say, hey, sunshine, hope you have a great day, or something about them. Or it was just fun to do. I would even find myself, I'd be driving down the road and here would be Wendy's that would advertise their employee of the month on their board out there. I would copy their name down and I would come home and I would send them a card. Now, at that time, we didn't have these beautiful apps on our phones anymore. So I literally came home and typed the message in and sent it off to them at the store, at the restaurant. So, anyways, it was a lot of fun and I loved doing it, enjoyed it. However, what I wasn't prepared for was the impact those cards had on people. I was getting text messages, I was getting emails, I was getting phone calls from people thanking me for the card. And I even had 2 people that contacted me and they were totally in tears when they got the card. They were having such a bad day and they go to their mailbox, open it up, and there was a card, random card, just somebody thinking about them. At that point in time was my turning point with send out cards. I had like, how can I not share this with people? So I really started looking into company to find out that is the soul of this company, is to have a means that when you think about somebody, you can send a card out to them right away and have a means to do it very quick, efficiently, and a great quality, of course. So anyways, I became an affiliate with Send Out Cards, began sharing this with everybody, and really started working with a lot of business owners to help them as they begin to understand how important relationships are and relationship marketing. And we had a great tool to do that, use for that. So with all of that said, let me share with you how easy it is to do a New Year's card. Now, by this point in time, you probably got your holiday cards out and you say, well, I'm done. I don't need to do anymore. Well, I want you to think twice about this. I want you to think really what it's like, what it's going to be like to start the year off appreciating your clients and wishing them well in this upcoming year. So anyways, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you how simple and easy it is. Okay, now you will see that when you open your account, it's going to come to a screen like this. It's going to show you all your cards. But what I'm going to do is direct you over here to this button that says campaigns. And you're going to click on the campaigns and you're going to see a couple of things, my campaigns, purchase or store, but I'm going to direct you right over here to this plus sign and click on the plus sign. And this is where you're going to give your campaign a name. Okay. All right, so I'm creating my campaign. Then it pops up to where you're going to add a card to that campaign. And when I click on that, I'm right back here to this screen again. And you can see across the top, it's telling you I'm doing card number 1 in this campaign. At this point, you can choose your card. Now, you can choose a variety of ways. You can type in here 2021, you can click holiday, or you can just go down here and start scanning them. But I love using my favorites. So I have already selected some cards in my favorites that I love to use. And one of my favorite New Year's one is right here that talks about new beginnings. And I'm going to show you this one. Now, what I like about this card too is if I wanted to, I could change it to different coloring if I want. Not all the cards are like that, but it's pretty cool when they are. Okay, I hit the customize button and you're going to see it's defaulted on 2-panel on our gorgeous gloss standard finish. However, I have other options. I can use a flat card. I can use a 3-panel like you heard me described I use for my family. And if I really wanted to really make a big impression, you can do a big card. It's $1.50 upcharge per card, but it's 8x10. It's like really a huge, awesome card. So, and I can also choose different type of papers if I want. But for the purposes of right now, I am just going to leave it standard. Click the next button. This is taken where your card is going to pop up here. Again, I can choose coloring changes if I want to. Click the arrow to the right. It's going to take me to the inside of the card. You're going to see a left panel and a right panel. I do like to click this button up here and do one panel in front of me at a time. That's just me. You don't have to, but you can. Now I'm on the left panel right now, and I'm going to share with you, the pencil here is where you edit, put words and you type your message. This right one is where you can add different photos. And I am going to add a photo in here with this. When you click on that little square, it pops up the different templates. And look at this. Look how many different ones you have. You can put 12 photos in there if you want to. So I'm going to stick with this one here because I want to write a little message, and as I know what I want to do here. When the camera pops up, you click on the camera, and over on the left-hand side, these are photos I've already got loaded in here. If I wanted to load a new one, I would click this upload a photo here. It's going to take me to my computer to where I can choose whatever kind of photos I wanted to, where I might have them. I'm going to put this picture in here of my hubby and I. Put a little message in here. When I clicking the pencil brings up the sidebar and the different fonts, the different colorings, the different backgrounds. I'm kind of into this crafty girl here lately, so I'm just going to make a little message here from, whoops. Okay, and I like using backgrounds, so I always click on here. There's actually more colors here too, and I'm just going to kind of put a little background. Maybe I'll stick with just this background. Okay, now you're going to see the arrow is going to also now take you to the inside right of your card. Again, for photos, and this one is your editing. Go back to my crafty girl. Oh my goodness. Now, one of the things that, what's cool about doing a campaign, a couple of things here. First of all, I can go back and edit this anytime I want. And I will go back and edit this to get all my wording right that I want to here. The other thing is you can add the name merge in here. And you'll see I clicked on this first name. Okay, so what that's going to do is whoever I send this card to, their name's going to automatically pop in there. So again, I'm going to come back and play with this a little bit more because I just want to get this swiftly to you so you can come back and check it yourself. Now you notice that another thing that you can do is you can actually put your own signatures in here. Okay, you can fill out a form ahead of time and put your own signature plates in here and download them. And they can be downloaded and they're in here forever for you. So there you go with that. I'm going to use the same background I did on the right side and click my span view back. That's what my card is going to look like. And like I said, see, it's going to make me crazy until I change this and do it the way I want to. Okay, now you're going to see there's one more button here. It says edit back. Because the back of the card, you can put whatever you want on the back too. Now you will see when you click on layouts, these are different layouts you can choose and do your own back, or you can click choose existing, because I have a whole bunch of them that I've already done already. So, and I've got several of them that I use for New Year's, and I just did a new one. Let me see if it popped in here. Yep, there you go. And that's going to be the back of my card. And then I'm going to click this add to campaign. Now, the other piece that I want to do with this is right now it's scheduled to go immediately. I actually want to schedule this card to go. And by clicking edit, you're going to see this button that says send delay. And I want to send it on a specific date. So what I am going to be doing is sending mine on the 30th of December. Now, you might be asking yourself, why am I doing on the 30th when the next day or 2 days later is New Year's and it's not going to get there in time? Well, the entire month of January is a New Year's month. It's the first month of the new year, so you can send New Year's cards anytime during that month, and it is going to be fine. So, and I want my card to come after the hubbub of everything and all the holidays. So they're going to get this card about a week, they're going to get several days after New Year's, and when things have calmed down, and they're going to have a chance to really read that card. So that's what I'm going to do with it. Now you might be asking yourself, how do I send this card? So I can come to my account and I can go to campaigns. I can pull my card up and, get ready to send it. So when you go there and you click on your card, you're going to see up here at the top, send order. When you click on send order, you're going to select the card and hit create. This is now taking you to the back to the order itself, where it's where you decide your people. Now, if I want to take a look at this card again, I can, I could check, so I can take one more look. It's like, okay, this is what I want. Yep, it's good. Okay, so if I wanted to add gifts, I can add gifts too. Now, add recipients. When you click on add recipients, this is going to take you to all of your contacts. If by some chance you don't have them in here yet, you can download them in, or you can put them in one by one. In my case, obviously, I have all of my contacts in here, but the other thing that I did ahead of time is I actually put them into groups, and you will see my 2021 New Year's. I have already put so far 11 people into that group. Okay, so going back here. So I'm getting ready to send this card. So I'm going to click on put it in my little square there, and I'm going to hit done. And you will see there's all my 11 people that have popped up there that I'm going to be sending this New Year's card to. I click my ready to send, and there you go. Voila, 11 cards are going to go out. Now you notice this pricing of the card is crossed out to where it's showing that I'm not paying, that it is free. And all I'm doing is paying for the stamps for this. I'm going to share with you how that can happen to you as well, but that's what it's all about. So anyways, I'm going to cancel this order because of course I don't want to send this out yet, because like I said, I'm going to go back and do some editing on that. But while I'm thinking about it, let me share something else with you. When you go into your campaigns and go into my campaign, see my cards there. Okay, when I go to open this card, like I'm going to go send it, notice that I could put another card in here if I want to. Okay, and actually I can put as many cards as I want in this campaign in here. Now, those of you that are in business or have a team and that type of thing, people are beginning to realize, businesses are beginning to realize how important it is to stay in touch with their clients. I would highly recommend that this is just one of maybe 4 cards you queue to go out to your clients this year. And you can easily do that by once a quarter, sending a card to stay in touch. and top of mind. You click on this, you add your card on there. When the card's done, you go back into that screen and add another date. So perhaps this one's going out in January. Perhaps you want to send another one out in April, May, June for the second quarter. July, August, September, perhaps a 4th of July card or a early fall card. And then the latter part of the year, October, November, December, do a Thanksgiving card, do a Christmas card, do a Halloween card. But choose 4 cards to go out to them. And when you cue this first one to go on the 30th of December, the rest of them are all going to go when they're cued to go. So just a little tip for you business owners out there. Okay, so let's chat a little bit about the pricing. First of all, I'm going to tell you, when you open your account and you don't see campaigns or relationships in here, you are on this basic account. You have an account, but it's only basic. These 2 options aren't available to you. All right. So you need to kind of move yourself up into one of these other ones for the time being. Again, if you are not on an account at all, please get back to the person that invited you to watch this so they can get you set up properly. If you do have an account and have questions, again, get back to the person. And I know I forgot to say something at the very beginning of all of you. If you're watching this live, put 1 in the comments and where you're from. If you're watching the replay, please put 2. Appreciate that. We always love to know who all's watching and where you're from. So anyways, on the accounts here, just so you see, if you're going to do a group send in here, it's going to be $2, $2 on this one, and it's going to be $175 on this one. The group send is the campaign send we just did. You're going to create 1 card to send to a whole group of people. All right. However, I'm going to highly, highly recommend you to add this on to your subscription, one of your subscriptions. This is a once a year add-on and it gives you 300 of those system send cards, but you have 12 months to use them. All right. Just give you a little example here. Like for instance, say you have 50 people you're going to send a New Year's card to, and you want that same 50 to hear from you 3 times throughout the year. That's 200 points, 200 cards that are come out of your 300. Perhaps you have 100 people right now you're going to do a New Year's card to. You could do 100 New Year's cards. You could do 100 Thanksgiving cards. You could do 100 Christmas cards next year. You have 12 months to use this. This is the best price you're going to get on a system send. It brings it down to like $1.31 a card. If by some chance you use all your 300 before the year's up, it's still $1.31 a card. You have locked yourself into that price all year long. So that's what you want to consider getting and adding to even the most minimum of 17. You can add it to any of these 3. Cannot be added on the basic because because you can't do the campaigns from there. So that is it, folks. Again, glad you're with us here today. Hope this helped you out. 2021 is going to be a better 2020. We know that. Yeah, we just want to keep ourselves in front of our clients and customers, tell them how much we are grateful and blessed to have them. And I am grateful and blessed to be here with you today. I hope you have an awesome end of this year and a great, great 2021. Bye-bye.